Hi, my name's Adam Lovelock and this is Whiteboard Weekly number 41. So this week I'm going to talk a bit around the iOS 14 update, which is obviously the new Apple update, and how it can impact your marketing. So actually in digital marketing terms, this is a big change that Apple have made, and it's going to be relatively disruptive in the way that digital marketing works. Certainly in the digital marketing community, it's creating a lot of chatter. So I want to just update you on what the changes mean. And the reality is that if you run Facebook ads or any type of retargeting or remarketing, this is likely to impact what you do. So the iOS 14 update is now out, and essentially what it means is that anyone that uses an Apple device, whether it be a mobile phone or an iPad, have the ability to opt out of their data being used by people in marketing. So at the moment, as you know, you can have a pixel on your website, and any activity that you do online, that pixel would track the websites you go to, the products that you buy, and Apple are now giving users the ability to opt out of companies tracking that information. Now, what will happen is when you update to iOS 14, there will be a message that pops up. People like Facebook have quite cleverly worded this message to say that, would you like to opt out? If you do, you won't see targeted adverts, you won't be helping small businesses in their marketing, and actually Facebook may not remain free. Because for people like Facebook, actually pixeling traffic and allowing people to use that data in their marketing is a massive part of their business model. Now, at the moment, we know roughly about 30% of web traffic in general, so it'd be different for every business, comes from iOS devices. Now, how many people will opt out of that tracking? Who knows? But let's say 50% do. That will mean that 15% of web traffic suddenly won't be able to be pixeled or retargeted. Now, reality is not everyone updates their devices, not everyone's going to opt out, so it's really hard to measure. But the key thing is if you're retargeting, it's almost definitely going to have an impact in your campaigns. Any web visitors that go to your website and have opted out of that, you'll no longer be able to retarget. It will also have an impact with things like lookalike audiences, because Facebook won't be able to track the kind of people coming to your website, so your lookalike audiences may not be as accurate. And finally, one of the key elements is conversion tracking. So one of the big things they're trying to crack down on is understanding what me, you, and everyone buys online to then market more of that kind of product to them. Again, if you opt out of the iOS changes, that data won't be available for marketers. So in truth, the impact we're not quite sure at this point in time. However, the one thing is for certain, if you run remarketing or Facebook advertising, this will definitely have some sort of impact. The key thing is to monitor. So monitor your results, see over the next couple of months if you see a drop off in your audiences, whether it has an impact in your marketing. But the key thing at the moment is when you go onto these platforms, such as Facebook, go through all of the steps that they say to make sure you're ready for iOS 14, because there are some workarounds that they'll be building in to try and make the less impact on your marketing as you possibly can. So I'd love to hear your comments. If you see this impact anything that you're doing or you have any questions, please do comment below.